Welcome back to another episode of Inner Thoughts. This is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything under the sun. If you like this episode, make sure to give it a like and subscribe and comment down below for future video ideas. Let's get into it. I'm Braden.
And I'm Caden.
Today we're talking about something EDP445, the YouTuber. Tell them the basics.
The basics were basically he was set up around 3 months ago by this guy named, what is his name, Braden?
I think their name's on YouTube CC Unit. Basically what they do is they catch child predators, my bad. They catch child predators by making fake accounts, and they go through and they text them and they try to get them to meet up with each other.
Well, they actually talk, and basically they try to get as much out of them as possible.
It's sad because I did like EDP. I watched him a little bit. He always talked about some very inappropriate things, but he was funny. He was really funny. Now all of his videos are taken down. I mean, you can still find the videos from other re-uploaded accounts.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, it's kind of sad.
I will say this: it is sad, but he deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Some of those text messages were really, really bad.
Well, they actually didn't know if it was him, but then he sent a picture of himself, so that kind of solidified it.
I mean, I think the thing that screwed him up, which I'm not saying that he should have done any different, but I think the thing that screwed him up is that when he got caught, he said word for word. He goes, "Yeah, that was me. All that happened. That's 100% what happened." What he could have done instead was say, "Those are fake." And then it would have been super hard to prove that wrong. Because you can make fake text messages or Instagram messages. You can make those. And you can have the screenshots all you want. But if they don't show up on either phone, because he did block the person, so none of the text messages would have showed up.
Yeah.
So he could have just said, "That wasn't me." And they would have had no proof whatsoever.
Yeah. But he completely admitted that.
And the thing is, he's been accused of it before, and he thought it was a setup. But then he still talks to this girl. And the crazy thing is, he literally goes, he says, what was it? He goes, "I've always fantasized with being someone a lot younger than me, like 13. And then the guy goes, the guy that set him up, he's like,
"Would you talk to a 12-year-old?
He's like, "No, I'd probably go and throw up." And he's like, "Well, what's the difference between a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old?
Because, that's because she's 13, not 12, you know.
He's like, and dude goes, "I think there are some hot 18-year-olds. I also think there's some hot 17-year-olds. But the reason I'd go after an 18-year-old is because they're of age. I wouldn't go for a 17-year-old. I think some 17-year-olds are hot. But when I hear that they're 17, I don't go throw up because they don't look much different than the 18-year-olds." It's crazy.
He also said that basically he was lonely. That was his reason of doing it.
Yeah. I understand that, but why go after someone? Dude had 2.11 million subs, dude.
Yeah.
Do you really think there weren't girls or even guys hitting him up all the time? And he goes for a 13-year-old. I mean, this guy needs help. He definitely needs help. He even said it in the video. He's like, "Yeah, I need help." He's like, "If you don't call the cops, I'll call the people to get help right now, and I'll get help. I promise." So, I think he needs help. Here's my thing. I think.
Did you realize that on his Twitter he posted 2 days ago? And 2 days ago, basically about the draft. And literally 3 hours ago, 2 days ago, and 2 days ago. Devontae, I'm rucking hype. That's what he said.
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
Then he says Eagles.
Yeah.
Then he says bruh.
They have to go through the whole investigation process. But see, here's the problem I have.
But
I think, and this might be the future governor in me talking, but I think instead of sending this guy to just jail, because realistically, this guy's gonna get, if they find him guilty, or find anything, because they do have an investigation out. But if they find anything, honestly, what's gonna happen? He's probably gonna go to jail for a couple years, if that, and then he's gonna get out. I mean, he's gonna have a child predator label, but he's gonna get right back out. So instead of doing that, just get him help. Like, obviously, put him in jail, whatever. But get him help while he's in there. He clearly needs it. If he's... Relax, bro. What did he say? Relax, bro. He's too old for you. But it's... I don't know. It's like...
Look, they're flaming him.
Follow back if you like women your age. But, I don't know. I just think that if people are like that, there's obviously something wrong with them, and he needs help. He really does, and I think that we should be able to give him that help that he needs instead of just throwing him in prison for a couple years, letting him get back out, straight back on the streets, and go right back at what he was doing before. What do you think about that?
What?
Do you think I'm right? Like, do you think he should get help while he was in there, or do you think he should just because the way the system's set up, he's just going to get a couple years.
I think he should get help, but honestly, I think prison is understandable.
Yeah, he definitely should go to prison, but they should get him help while he's in there, so that when he gets out, he's not going right back after girls.
I think he should continue going to help for a long time.
Yeah,
and he should probably
what makes you like attracted to little girls, underage girls or underage boys? I mean, that happens too.
Is there a mental study on that? Like, is there a mental study? Like is there a study that's out?
I mean, I'm sure there's something that goes on mentally that causes you to like underage people that are like. I mean, that's probably why pedophilia is a thing. I mean, I'm sure there's something going on mentally, but like, I don't know. I think that if I don't know, the whole situation's crazy to me. Because honestly, I was just scrolling through YouTube, because I watch YouTube all day, every day. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I saw EDP445 Exposed, and I was like, for what?
Yeah, honestly,
Exposed for what?
Yeah, I was very surprised, extremely surprised.
Yeah, when I watched the video. It's like an hour-long video. You can find it on all you have to do is type in EDP445 and it'll come up.
This was 3 days ago. Look.
But it was to a 13-year-old. Dude, these people are flaming him. These people are flaming him. I'm going to have to put that in the video so that people can see it. But, I don't know. You could... Well,
they're going crazy over here.
I was like, for what? You can find...
I can't believe he's posting on Twitter.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of crazy to me.
If you want, you can go find the video, no matter, it's everywhere on YouTube.
It is everywhere.
All you have to do is type in EDP 445 or just EDP.
By the way, if you want to get into this right now, I mean, we'll talk about the other guy that actually made the video. Chat. What is his name?
Chat Goldstein.
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay, I'm not on EDP's side at all. I think what he did was terrible. I think he definitely should face the charges for it. But I think the way they handled what they did is totally messed up. I don't think that you should be purposefully setting people up like that. I mean, obviously there's some level of morality to it, but that's basically a vigilante, which is that you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. That kind of works for the cops. But yeah, they set him up, and then they just
that's why the cops...
they meet up with him with 1 billion pieces of paper, and they're like, "Oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that?" Filming the dude. It's all over the internet, and they're yelling in his face. They're yelling they're arguing with him.
Well, listen to this.
And I don't think, and he's a terrible, or he's that quality of him is bad. That was a terrible thing to do, and that's a terrible quality to have, and pedophilia is not justifiable by any means. But I don't think that he deserved to be met and screamed at just because, now, I mean, he deserves the time and everything, but I think the better approach, I think it was unprofessional how they did it. I think the better approach would have been to meet up with him and then simply point out, everything in a nice manner instead of just meeting up with him. You can't yelling at him and cussing at him, all this stuff. That's unprofessional to me.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's still a person at the end of the day. I mean, he may not be a very good person, but he's still a person. Treat him with a little bit of respect, even if you don't think he deserves it. I mean, with the pedophilia gone, he seems like a nice guy, whether he's going after 13-year-olds, which, like I said, isn't justifiable, and he definitely deserves to face penalty.
The cops actually said about the vigilante, what you were talking about earlier, that it makes their job harder, actually, because then they have to go through and actually make sure that all that information is true. So it takes them even longer to do that. And since EDP would know that, and if he did have stuff on his phone, he could delete it. And that's why it makes stuff hard on the cops, because he's got confronted. He obviously knows what's going on, which is probably why he deleted all his videos, just to make sure that everything was down. He probably has lawyers that are telling him to do stuff.
I don't know,
and
I want to know.
I think that's just why it makes the job.
And the reason I'm trying to make sure that I keep saying that he definitely deserves to face the charges, because I don't want you guys twisting like what I'm saying or thinking that I'm justifying him. All my point was that I think the way they handled it by meeting up with him and automatically being aggressive was unprofessional. I think that they should have been more civilized about it. That was unprofessional to me. Whether he was meeting up with 13-year-olds or not, they should have handled
it like Chris Hansen.
But anyway, yeah, I hope to see him, if all these are true, which I'm sure they are. I hope to see him, arrested and doing.
Well,
some time.
I mean, if they weren't true,
I'm very, very hopeful that he does get the help he needs, because I think everybody deserves to get help.
Yeah, I think he should get some help.
If you have a mental problem like that, you definitely need help.
Is that labeled as a mental problem?
It probably is. I mean, if it's not, then it needs to be, but I'm sure it is.
Because I'm sure he wasn't still. I'm sure he wasn't going for 13-year-old girls for when he was freaking little.
Okay, yeah, but think about it. Ted Bundy raped people. There's a serious mental issue there, and that, yes, rape is different, but he wasn't trying to rape people when he was little.
But he also had those thoughts when he was little.
Well,
he just took action to him when he was older.
Yeah, but growing up, it's not weird to like a 13-year-old.
Okay, fair. But I was implying
until you get.
I was implying about that 15. I'm sure he didn't have those feelings when he was a little kid. That's what I was implying.
Well, yeah, they had to start somewhere, but like I said,
I'm saying that he got them later in age. So that's why I'm saying that it would be less of I don't know.
That doesn't mean that the mental issue couldn't have come later or just been delayed. I don't know how that kind of stuff works. I'm not a neuroscientist, but anyway, I want to know what you guys think, because I think they handled it unprofessionally. I hope to see him doing this time, and I seriously hope that he gets the help that he needs. But basically what happened was...
He's a terrible person.
Was people were DMing the people saying... so basically, I think their name's CC Uno.
People basically DM'd him over and over again.
Saying,
because
check out EDP. So basically what these people...
He's had these allegations before, but he's been able to deny them. So now they basically did what Chris Hansen does and basically tracked down him by faking as a 13-year-old girl and texting him. And then text him, I place to meet up, and he meets up. It's basically like catching people red-handed. Exactly what Chris Hansen does, honestly.
They do this stuff all the time. Obviously, they make the fake profile. They follow the guy.
They actually have a girl that
yeah.
It's a
they'll have them pose for him and stuff as a decoy. But then they try to sweet talk him into meeting up, and then they expose them in public. Anyway,
the other guy. Do you want to talk about the other guy yet? Or I'll just let you finish here.
They do this stuff all the time. So basically, what had happened was he or she DM'd him. She, meaning the guy, DM'd him, and they talked for a little bit, and it wasn't weird at first. Until a few days later, when she started being flirty, and he's like, I'll be flirty back. And then they started flirting back and forth for days. And then finally she's basically she goes, I don't know what it was, but he sent her a picture of his area, and he was sending her pictures of his face and everything, and calling her baby, and talking about all this stuff, and she was saying the same stuff back. But then he was talking about sneaking into her window.
Yeah, he wanted to sneak up in her window and lay with her. Some weird stuff.
Yeah. And then she said, well, come over, but there's people here, so wait till they leave, blah, blah, blah. And then finally she goes, oh, they left. And he goes, I don't know if I want to do this. I can't go through with it. And then she's like, well, just come get a cupcake and you can go straight back home. And he's like, okay, I'll do that. And then that's where the text message ended up, was he was going to go pick up a cupcake. He said he was going to go pick up the cupcake and go straight back home. And then when they met him when he got there to pick up the cupcake. Mm-hmm. Which was never real, because that was a lot just to get him to meet up with him.
But it was the fact that he was meeting up with a 13-year-old girl. That's where they got him.
Now, if it had not been like with the explicit photos and the flirting back and forth and with the baby talk and all that stuff,
it still probably would have been took as like,
well, yeah, but
probably shouldn't be doing
if all that stuff was taken out and it was just the first part, oh hey, hi, I'm a big fan of you, and then he's like, oh, thanks so much, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Even if they do talk for a little bit longer period of time, without all the flirting and all the explicit photos and dirty talk,
he can't really get framed for anything.
And then she said, come pick up a cupcake. That would have been easy to play off by saying, well, I was just coming to see a fan, get a cupcake from him, see him, and meet up with him. Mm-hmm. But sadly,
I don't know, man.
Sadly, his emotions took over, and he said, well, I'm gonna let this take control of me, and I'm gonna go straight to liking a 13-year-old. He even said he thought it was a setup. He even said in the text message he thought it was a setup, and then he still did it anyway. But I don't know.
Do you want to talk about the other guy, the guy that made the video?
I don't know much about him.
You don't know much about him,
except for he does this kind of stuff all the time. Isn't he like a middle-aged-ish, like red hair?
Yeah, but you want to know why his channel got deleted?
Why?
Because he has a lot of videos on his YouTube channel of him being like blatantly racist and saying the N-word multiple times. Like he calls the Black Lives Matter like their number and just says the N-word over and over again. It's on his YouTube channel, and basically he got exposed for that. And he has a video of him.
Well, that's what happens when you blow up.
And he also has a video of a girl. He's telling the prop to take their shirt off because pedophiles like that. But he's like on FaceTime with her, and he's telling her to take her shirt off right there. And he's like, "Oh no, that's what It's kind of weird." Like on top of that, like it's weird.
I need to look into that. I haven't looked into it, so I don't.
So he got his channel deleted because of all that stuff. So he exposed, but he's also a terrible person. So he got exposed, and now they're both going down. I
didn't look into him, but I do know that his channel got deleted, and like I said, I don't think that they should have been playing the part of the authorities anyway, which were being vigilantes setting this guy up. But I mean, I think that was completely wrong of them. I mean, it's great to catch child predators, but
there was two dudes. The other dude that was with him, he's not associated with that dude's channel and all the stuff that he's doing. Yeah. So,
but I think it's great to now have him off or hopefully have him off the streets, getting help that he needs and serving the time that he deserves. But same with the other guy. If the other guy actually is as bad of a person, I hope that that he can get help too. I think that I really didn't know about all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's not nearly as bad as being a pedophile, but he's racist and I mean he has done some questionable things about talking to decoys and telling them that video is weird. I can show you that a podcast. But
here's where he went wrong. Here's where that guy went wrong. EDP went wrong by meeting up with a 13-year-old that he knew was a setup and being accused of it multiple times prior.
Yeah.
However, where the other guy went wrong is he knew. There's no way he didn't know that making a video of exposing EDP was gonna go viral. There's no way he didn't know that.
Actually, he did know. He made about 3 videos saying that he was going to expose EDP.
So he had to be comfortable with his racism and his I don't know, I'd call it misogyny of trying to get women to take off their shirts and stuff. So like he had to have been comfortable with that kind of stuff. Right?
Well,
or else he would have deleted it prior to uploading the EDP video.
Yeah. But what he did actually is because to get him to have the most amount of money that he could make off to get his video monetized, he would not post a video until he got to 10,000 subscribers so he'd get monetized on his video. So he made like 3 videos leading up to it that basically said subscribe if you want to see the exposed video, that got him to the amount so he could start making money, and then dropped it, and then it blew up. Like, it actually blew up, which led him to getting exposed. And honestly, if you knew you had those kind of videos, and like, why would you not take them down? Because obviously you hyping it up and getting 10,000 subscribers off the people that want to see it, maybe you should realize that your other content that's on your YouTube channel that probably is going to get you in trouble as much as or just as worse as EDP, especially in the cancel culture that it is right now, of you do anything wrong and your whole life is ruined.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's easy to dig up dirt. I don't think it's right. Like, it depends. To me, never mind. I was gonna say, to me, it depends on when he made the. That doesn't make it right, but it depends on when he made the comments of. You said he was calling the BLM hotline. I don't think it's right to ever say the N word.
That's pretty recent.
But if he had said it in like 2000, then that's different than saying it like last week. So I don't know. That's.
And he also has this video of him going in Walmart and says that. I think this is just a joke, but this is still screwed up. Like, he walks in Walmart and he's like, I need to buy my the pride kid that lives in my basement a bicycle for today. And the lady goes, oh, that's not good. And he goes, well, I have kids in my basement. And he goes, this is crazy. He goes something about,
that's not even funny though.
Listen to this. He goes, they don't have a lot of vitamin D. He goes, I take that back. I give them a lot of D. They just don't have the vitamin for it. That's what he says.
That's not funny, but
that's what he says.
That's crazy. Why would he not deserve to get in
trouble?
He's just as much of a pedophile.
And the lady goes, that's sitting beside him. She goes, that's not good. You should probably stop that. And he goes,
I'm picturing an old lady just as innocent as can be, just being told all this, and she's like, oh no, honey, that's not good.
And then he goes, well, I'm being nice today. I'm giving her a gift as a scooter. And I'm like, what? Like, how do you think this stuff is okay? Like, especially if you're cracking somebody for doing this, and then you have like videos like this, like, it's fine if like your videos are more of like an edgy content, to say like some old YouTubers have like more edgier content where they just tell like some edgy jokes and stuff like that. But like, that's not his channel. That's like only a few of his videos, and then he has just videos of him being blatantly racist. So
yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Anytime anybody gets famous, people are gonna dig up things that you've done years ago. They do it to everybody. I'm just gonna say this. I don't know how much of the story is left to be covered, but if you like this, I mean, there's no video to this one, because like we said, currently it's 1:00 in the morning, and I'm tired, he's tired, Elijah's tired, he's laying on the couch.
We literally squeezed this one out for you.
So if you do like it, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Share it with your mom, your sister,
by the way,
your grandma.
They're both aunt. Terrible people, and that's all. That's really all I have to say. Braden, you can go back to whatever you're saying before that.
Share it with your mom, your sister, your dog, your grandma, your uncle, your brother, your grandpa, your dad, your mom, and your niece's uncle's sister's brother. whatever, whoever you have to share it with, your brother-in-law, grandma-in-law. I don't care. I don't know how grandma-in-law works. But anyway, if you do like the episode, leave a like. We try to see me and Caden. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Me and Caden have a really bad habit of talking throughout the week. So we usually post on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, and
sometime during the weekend, obviously.
It's usually around Sunday. So we usually meet up at Caden's house to film the podcast Saturday or Sunday. And last week I came over, but we just so I feel like we should apologize for this first. Is last week the reason we didn't upload is because our stuff didn't the software wouldn't work, and
Audacity just kept crashing.
We couldn't think of a topic to talk about and all this stuff. So we just decided we're gonna take the week off and we're gonna come back next week. And then what I was trying to say is me and Caden have a really bad habit of getting off topic, or we just get distracted very easily.
And it's
so
and guys, please please give us ideas. Like one or two in the comments. Just please,
at least
anything.
At least one person.
Yes.
At least one person comment.
Anything.
We get off topic so we'll come down here and we'll get everything set up, and then we'll sit and talk for an hour, go outside and play basketball for a couple hours, just trying to figure out what we should do. And then we'll just get off topic, and then by the time we film, it'll be 9 o'clock at night, and we'll be like, wow. So that's kind of what happened today. Is we came here deciding to make it, or knowing that we're going to make a podcast. I got here at about 3:10-ish, and we were like, okay, we're going to shoot our governor campaign ad, which is coming soon, by the way. I don't know when, but it is coming. We filmed half of it, but we filmed that. Even that we got sidetracked on, so we didn't even finish the whole thing.
Well, our plan wasn't
able to be followed through, obviously, because some people weren't able to. But so we're gonna finish recording that some other time. But then we came back here and we're like, okay, we need to finish the podcast, and then we got distracted with 20 different other things, and then we're like, oh shoot, we need to squeeze one in real quick. Mm-hmm. So it's 1:03. We did this because we were dedicated
and we also missed a week, so we really needed to do this. We really didn't want to miss 2 weeks and get off topic. I mean, get off course, just because that would have been terrible, and we probably would have lost subscribers, and we need to stay focused.
We're dedicated to making videos consistently for you guys. The whole 60 of you guys that watch them, we average about 60. I don't think any video is under 60. I don't think any video is under 60 views. We appreciate that a lot. That means the world to us that you guys watch and listen to our podcast. I tell Caden every day, I don't care if it was 1, 2, 60, or 1,000 people who listen to this podcast. I'm thankful for every single one of you guys. We wouldn't be making this podcast without you, and we do it for you. And we're doing it at 1:03 in the morning.
1:04.
We're doing it at 1:04 in the morning currently for you guys, because we want to post and give you guys something to listen to. So that's about it for the EDP situation.
Just do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.
Liking the video lets us know that you like our content, which we've been doing good in the likes. I guess we get 60. I mean, I guess we got 60 views, but I mean, we have at least 10 likes. I mean, that's fine.
That's all right.
That's all right. That's a 1/6. But
that's about it for the EDP situation.
We'll be back next week. Comment down below what you want to see. DM me or Caden. Links to our Instagrams will be in the description. And what else do you have to say, Caden? That's about it for the EDP situation. I hope you guys enjoyed it.